Hey guys, welcome to the Community Blades podcast, and today I'm joined with two very special people from the community itself. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Elliot Wilson, Primary Stars coach, enjoy a moving lead.
Josh Chris, Primary Stars coach, and your dog's body.
So, would you like to just give us a brief rundown of what you do within the Community Foundation?
So with Primary Stars, our role is to go into schools. We deliver PE lessons, after school clubs, as well as lunch clubs, and we also do a little bit of literacy, a bit of maths. That's about it, really. We do camps as well during the half-term breaks.
Yeah, camps are just a minute very, very busy. In the last, I'd say, last 6-7 months, we've grown massively. Every camp's just gone. This one's dropped a bomb on them, and we've just exploded loads and loads of popularity.
What tends to happen in those camps? What is the? If it's how long are they? Give us some information.
So camps run from 9 till 3 during the school holidays. We do football activities for the kids, basically whatever they want to have fun with. So in the morning we do a carousel. On my camp we do, where we do little drills. Then in the afternoon we do matches, and on a Friday it's competition day.
Ooh.
So it's crossbar challenge, penalty shootout, lightning, soccer finesse. Where the kids build points up throughout the morning, and then in the afternoon it's tournament where they win medals. There's ball of the week.
I want to be a kid again now.
I do too. So not the only one.
I'd say it's quite rewarding working with kids that age and things. I'm guessing as well, getting them into the industry quite young.
100%, and because we've been running camps for a long time now. Westfield's been going as long as I've been here, and I'm at Wisewood, and that's been going since 2019. You see kids that have been coming when they were 5, and now they're getting to 11, 12, 13, and how much they've improved in that time. We run 5 camps across Sheffield. What was it? Thorncliffe, Wisewood, Westfield, Handsworth, and Graves. So it's a nicely spread out throughout the city, so we can cover all bases.
Yeah. Is there any particular groups you like to work with?
Good question. Anyone who wants to be taught. Anyone who's open to new things.
Seeing those kids grow up,
yeah,
I bet that's really rewarding as well. Seeing that you've had the impact on their lives to make them better at things like that.
It's good to see them grow as people as well.
Yeah, because
it's more than just football at the time. You teach them to be a good person and all that sort of stuff.
I've noticed that recently. We've had, especially at Westfield, we've had some volunteers come back on who was participants. So they started on the camps when they were 5-year-old, and when you get to 14. Obviously can't come to the camps anymore, but they want to come back as a volunteer. So they're extra staff members for us. It just helps us out to see them grow.
It also makes you feel really old when someone you've worked with when they were 5 is now coaching. It makes you feel there's a coach at Graves, isn't there, Matty? Yeah. And I knew Matty when he was 5 and 6, and now he's driving to camps to lead sessions. I'm I've been doing this too long. I'm really old at this point.
Would you think that volunteering is a good way to get into this kind of line of thing?
100%. That's how we started, isn't it? I started here in 2012, and you said 2014.
2014 on the education program.
So I started volunteering, just shadowing coaches and picking things up, and then eventually got into part-time and full-time work with the foundation. And yeah, I'd say volunteering is the way to go for anyone who wants to go down that line of work, because you pick up so much. It's more than any course that can teach you, any kind of further education. It's getting out there and doing it is the best thing to do, and you learn so much.
Yeah.
If you want to say anything. No. So we'll just take a little bit of a shy away from the sports side, obviously being the sports guy. What is there any games you grew up with when you were younger that you maybe still enjoy today? Maybe a guilty pleasure?
Probably Mario Kart, to be fair.
Oh, I've not heard that one in a while.
I love a bit of Mario Kart. I still whack out my... I had it on Nintendo DS.
Yes.
Oh, when I'm bored, I just sit there, relax.
It's me as a kid, and you hide it under your pillow when your parent comes in just to hide it away.
Yeah, those were the days, good old days.
As we said off camera, I've got a Wii, and that's that. And Mario Kart's the only I really play on that. Play it with my wife. It gets very competitive. When I was younger, you'll like this. It was the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith game.
Yes.
That was when that came out. I used to play that on loop, just battling through it. And that was my favourite game to play when I was younger.
Thing, yeah.
I'm not big into gaming now. But yeah, that was a fun time.
Okay, so How, obviously, being where you are now, obviously we know you volunteered in the past. When you were, let's say, my age, 17, 18, did you know you wanted to get into this line of work, or maybe did you shy away from something else to do this?
No, 100% I knew that this is the line of work I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to do something in football. And then, I'm showing my age here, that when it was the 2010 World Cup, South Africa, and I saw how badly England played, and I thought, I can do this. And I was refereeing a lot of the time, just a bit of extra money, and I saw other coaches do it. I thought, I can do this. How I want to see the game played, and how I want to interact with kids and see them develop. I thought, yeah, this is for me. This obviously it's taken a long time to get here, but here we are
In the end.
Definitely.
I'd probably say for me, I was half and half, because before I went full time here, I was working at the dreaded TGI Fridays.
You love a TGI.
Never again. Never again. But it's what has made me who I am now.
Yeah.
I'm more relaxed, whereas working at TGI's as a chef, you're the one that everyone looks at and goes, huh, you're probably angry. 90% of the time, you were.
Yeah.
What's in the Jack Daniel's sauce recipe? Can you tell us?
Ooh.
No comment.
the snipers are out. There's a red dot appeared.
So obviously you guys don't know too much about the esports side. So there is a few questions here to do with the esports, but I'll switch it up to maybe tailor to football. So how important do you reckon that coaching is at a young age? So maybe let's say 10 to 18. In, let's say, secondary school, how important do you think football coaching is to the younger generation now?
Massive. If you want to learn, massive, because there's some people who think they know it all, because football's like that. But if people want to learn and develop, I think it's a huge thing.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with what Elliot said. Learning at a young age is obviously a massive, massive impact. Whether you want to go from grassroots to academy level, but it depends on the person you are. If you've not got that drive, it's not just down to the coaching. The coaching is only a small part of it. If you've got that desire and passion to go ahead with it, then you can go run with it, basically.
It's important when you're at a primary school level that you develop your love of the game. Like, you want to enjoy it. It shouldn't feel like a slog when you're 8, 9. It shouldn't feel like a slog when you're 30, 31, 32. You should feel that passion, and that comes from a young age. And that I don't think the right way to phrase it, but that's when you get to the secondary school age that you're talking about. You've got that love, and you want to see it further.
Yeah,
it's not just a mild project. It's something you want to fulfill and progress into.
So on about like the coach's actual side of it, do you reckon that coaches are like overlooked quite a lot by, like, let's say, just the general fan base of football and maybe like just kids in school? Do you reckon that coaches are overlooked and should have more respect than they do?
When you win, they're overlooked. When you lose, it's you're the first person people look at. Yeah. But yeah, I think they can be sometimes. I think in our job, particularly on camps and schools, I think we are seen quite favourably, and we've built good reputations over the last, however long we've been doing it, over the last 10 years of the foundation.
Yeah.
That like when I first started here, we had 8 schools, and we were in this dinky little office, 4 of us, and now we've got like nearly 40 schools. So and that's from the hard work of the coaches.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the same. Obviously, since I've been in the foundation's grown massively, both going into schools and the education side. Because obviously, when I started on the education side, there were 2 classes, and it was the year above me and my year. So I'd probably say there's 40, 50, and now finding out that there's over 200 students on the courses is like, wow. Wow.
Kind of thing to see how far it's actually come.
Especially obviously with me being one of the first students on the courses, it's like, wow. I was at the beginning when it wasn't so big, but now we're one of the bigger ones.
Yeah. That's kind of the same with like the esports side. So obviously I'm the first year of the esports, so in many years' time I could be sat where you are right now, but with the esports side, which obviously wouldn't be a bad thing, so I feel like the community foundation is a really good and rewarding place to work as well. So just on about like the community, like as a whole, what does like your day-to-day life working for this like look like?
So for both of us, we're going to primary school. So our day starts roughly around 9 o'clock, and we'll finish around 4, half 4, depends on the after school club. So for me, yesterday I was at a school not too far away, Portercroft. Big up. I started at 9 o'clock. I did 4 PE lessons and an after school club. I was done for 4:15, and then I had my evening kick session at 6 o'clock. So I was quite busy yesterday.
So there's the things after school as well.
Yep.
Is that like in your own time as well?
So it's still through the foundation. It's Premier League kicks where we're in like deprived areas and put football sessions on to get kids out playing, not into any dodgy stuff.
I feel like that's what the world needs more of as well at the minute. More.
We're trying our best. There's only so much and so many coaches we can chuck out there.
It's a good. I think it's a very good thing to do that. The Premier Kicks thing, I think, is amazing. Getting kids off the street and stuff. Compared like how a lot of the world is now, seeing that like you have an impact on that. I think it should be like yet again really rewarding and stuff as well.
Especially on the Premier League kicks, when they do see the kids do see the coaches and they see us on other sessions, they go, "That's you." So you feel like sometimes like you're a little bit of a celebrity.
I went to a school once near your camp and they said, "Do you know Josh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do know Josh." Like, I'm here too. But yeah, that just shows that you've been doing a good job where, particularly on camps, where people are recognising you and they're coming to the sessions.
So where you are right now, are you wanting to get any further into this, or are you like comfortable where you are now? Have you got any other aspirations and goals to reach in the next few years?
I mean, I said I wanted to be England manager by the time I was 30, and I'm 31 now. So I think that ship sailed. Happy doing what we're doing. We've been doing this a while now, and I've seen it grow from 8 schools to nearly 40.
Yeah,
I'm really happy with how the strand has developed over the last few years, and how much good work we've put in.
Yeah, I agree with El. I think having the core staff members that we've got that's been able to build these schools up has been a massive, massive help. That's come from the top, having Rob Jenkinson, who led the way for a lot of us, shown us a lot of the stuff. Ash, especially for me, I shadowed him for a bit and I took his schools on and he got promotion. I got a bit of a full-time role, so happy days.
So obviously from when you started, there was only a few schools, and now being that many, do you think that maybe in the next 5 or 10 years there could be even more schools, and is that what would you like to see?
I'd probably say we'd probably take a lot more schools off our neighbours across the road in S6. We'd probably make them have one school in the future, give us 5 years.
The goal is to have more schools at the end, like maybe end of the decade or something. A lot more. Is that the end goal?
I like to think we could. I reckon we could get another 10, 15 schools in easily.
Yeah.
Just because of the reputation we're creating as a group. Other schools, obviously, when schools go to conferences and stuff, they're talking about who they have in. And if they're talking about us in a good way, it's going to get us more popularity, more schools in. Our reputation is going to go from 0 to 100. Yeah. And everyone's going to be like, we want to be part of Sheffield United. That's what we need.
Best club. Well, say best club at the minute. Let's not talk about that, guys. Let's
sore subject.
Yeah, very sore. So
as a community foundation, we're
as a community foundation,
I think we should take a little break from the questions real quick and have a go on the death wheel.
Yes.
So
excited for this.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Let's do it.
Get a spin.
There's a few different things on here. There's like multiple choice. There's a few questions. There's one where you ask me a question. Oh, favorite foot. Oh no, no.
Oh.
Wait, it's true. Right. So basically, if you was a dessert, what dessert would you be and why?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
It's a good one. It is a really good one.
What would you be, Josh? What are the desserts at TGI's?
I said that was a sore subject. I don't want to talk about it. I'd probably say some form of sundae.
Sundae.
So I've got many layers.
Oh, see, mine would be the. Do you know is it the sorbet ice cream? The watermelon ice lolly. Those. on a sunny day in Spain or something. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
It's
I'd probably
brilliant.
say some form of Sunday. Because I've got many layers. I can be funny, sarcastic, angry. So
Bit of
take your
everything.
pick.
Any like things on the top, bit of Smarties on the top, or
Nah, Smarties, they're in the bin.
they're in the bin? Oh no.
It's gotta be in the bin.
Would you
M&M's,
next?
M&M's are elite level.
Oh, yeah.
crispy ones, blue packet.
Crispy by name, crispy
Yes.
by nature.
Yes,
Say.
they are the best. They are the
Can I
best.
say?
Right, spin the wheel.
Go for it.
No,
Do it.
no pressure, Al. No pressure.
Begging for favourite actor or favourite film.
No pressure. No pressure.
Oh, desert.
Oh.
Desert island. So, if you were to take 3 things to a desert island, what 3 things would they be?
Ooh, what would I take?
No magic genie or anything.
No.
That's cheating.
No magic genie. I'd probably take.
Let me put annual leave off first for taking me.
Does it have to be? Can it be people or?
I mean, we can say it can be people.
take.
We'll say 3 objects and 2 people. Just to
three
twist it up.
objects and 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
3
Well,
physical things.
I'd take my wife.
Yep.
I take my dog,
Yep.
and then 3 items.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I spend a lot of time with you. I get the feeling a desert island would be breaking point for our relationship. 3 items. A book, How to Build a Raft.
I've never heard that one before. That's a smart one. That's a smart one.
I don't know. Bag of M&Ms and
An endless bag of M&Ms though.
some something practical, like some sun cream or something like that. Just so
Okay.
because I don't know how long it's going to take me to build said raft.
True.
Because the dog will run off with half of the stuff.
I think that's the smartest 3 lists of things I've ever heard with that question. Most people just say chocolate or like sweets or something like that, or a lighter.
Depends where this desert island is. If it's in the sun, then you're gonna it needs to be
True,
out there.
True. Good answer. It's a good answer. So we'll go back to a few of the questions. So within like your journey from maybe like secondary school up to now, what would you say like your strongest and weakest parts of yourself has been, just so you can build on yourself?
Strongest and weakest. I don't know. I make too many jokes. That would be that probably it's probably my strength and my weakness, because it builds relationships. But sometimes it's knowing when the right time is. But I think probably the weakest thing. Sometimes I like doubt myself when I'm doing sessions. That was that the right thing to do or something like that.
I'd probably agree with El with a weakness. I doubt myself quite a bit. I feel like I don't want to make a mistake. Don't want to make myself look stupid.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say my strongest is I'll just get up and do anything. I'll do it no matter what it is.
There's that element of doubting ourselves. I think that comes from we're in schools. We're not generally in schools for that long, particularly on primary stuff. Sometimes you're only there for an hour, and a lot of the times you are that kid's only PE lesson per week, or for those that maybe can't afford to do football outside of school, you're their only point of contact with the world of football. So you don't really want to let them down.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of pressure when you think about it.
To run us through your journey from like your childhood, so what you picked in secondary school to how you are now.
Oh, referee. So the options are like GCSE, A levels?
So yeah, like how did you do your GCSEs? Did you go to college? Did you go to university?
Obviously when I did my GCSEs, my options were I did food tech, I did sports science, and I did drama, because I was quite good at drama back in the day. And then did well there, did my A levels, again did sports science, did media studies, and I also did politics as well as an A level, which was that expression is exactly the one to go for. And then through that went to university, did sports coaching at Sheffield, boing boing, and then ended up here.
GCSEs I did food tech,
Shock.
BTEC sport. What else did I do? ICT, failed that dramatically. And then I did college course here, and then the FD course, and then full-time work,
Full time. So obviously with being in primary schools and things, is there anything like you look for? So if anyone here who's watching and wants to get into football or anything, is there anything in particularly when you're teaching a lesson or teaching anything, you look at and think, yeah, they've got a bright future? Like, what is it that you look for within a student or a child?
Um, just like they get up and go, like they want to be involved and want to learn. If they're showing that they want to learn and they're always asking questions, they've got something about them, and that to us, I hope Elle agrees. It makes us feel more comfortable. To feel like, Sam, we've got a group of kids here that actually want to be here and learn.
Yeah.
But instead of you get kids messing around at the back who can't be bothered to be there, and we're like, makes our delivery harder. But it is what it is.
I agree with Josh there. The thing I look for as well is personality. Like being able to have a conversation with somebody. I think that's a big thing, particularly as you get towards like the upper end of primary schools. You need to be able to have a conversation with people. That social skills. I think it's gone away in recent years.
Yeah, I agree.
COVID was a massive thing, and then the dependency on technology devices and a lot of conversational skills have gone. But if you've got a personality, you can hold a conversation, eye contact, shake hands, that sort of thing. That's the stuff I look for.
Yeah.
As well. That means that I think that person can do it later on in life.
So obviously, having so long within the foundation, if you can pick out like one thing that like you were proud you have overcome, like the one thing that stands out and has made you who you are today, what would you reckon that one thing is? It's a very hard question. Some people struggle to answer this question. There's a lot of other things to come within like a career. Maybe there was one tipping point.
There's been a lot of mistakes, I can tell you that. Just any time there's been like a setback or a bad day at the office, there was a period when I weren't enjoying going into schools. I've been very open about this as a department, that I just didn't feel like I was up to what I was doing, and I think I'd set a standard before and I dropped off.
Yeah.
But was coming back from that, I had a little bit of a break and I came back and I felt a lot better for it. So yeah.
See, for me, when I went on an education course, I snapped my ACL in training, and I were off college for 4 months, just because I had an operation. I had setbacks with that; it weren't done properly, and then I went to do work from home. And it was just an absolute nightmare.
Imagine.
Like, I just lost all motivation for it. I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And then something just like a light bulb came on, and I thought, Sam, I'm back walking now. I'm back this. I can do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So
that little tipping point. Once it's gone so far, you think, let's do it. You just snap.
Yes, like when I did it, I was scared about walking on crutches.
Yeah.
Even though like they're there to support you, I was scared of, what if they don't work? Well, I don't know how to use a crutch.
Yeah.
I've never used one. Then
I had no clue. I wouldn't. I'd fall 100% fall.
Then I'd mastered that. Then it'd be another barrier. How do I get on a bus with a crutch?
Yeah.
What if I fall off my seat on a bus? What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
See, the never ending. What if this? What if that?
Constantly doubting, but obviously, I can see then you to have come that far. It proves to everyone else here watching that like no matter what, you can get through it. So just to end on the two last questions here, and I always ask these two questions to people, and I always get very different answers. So if you could tell to, let's say, 16 to 18-year-olds any piece of advice, what would that advice be?
Never stop believing in yourself.
Good one.
And ask loads of questions.
I agree.
Ask loads of questions, because I wish when I first started I asked more questions, because then I would have gotten more answers to what I know now.
Yeah.
Now I've been there, done it. I sort of know what I should have asked, but always ask questions.
Never be afraid to ask for help.
Don't put out too many cringy social media posts, because it will come back to bite you. But on a serious one, I'd say if you're interested in something, get out and do it. Yeah. Like, don't be. I'm trying to think the right way to phrase it, because don't be afraid to go out and volunteer. Don't be afraid to go out and work for free, kind of thing. If you want that experience, go and get it, because it's very easy, particularly in this industry. And I had this argument a lot when I was at university, that coaches a lot of people went out and just went and worked behind a bar or something, or worked in a shop, which is absolutely fine. You've got to earn money. But a lot of us went out and volunteered and took the hit initially, but then reaped the rewards later on. Yeah. So don't be afraid to go out and put yourself out there, get your name out there, get the experience, because it'll, in the long-term picture, it'll help you out.
I think that's what a lot of this, my generation, the below generation, are struggling with, because they feel like they're going to get judged on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But if they go out and do what they want to believe in and do what they want to be like in the future, they're scared they're going to get judged for it because of like the cancel culture and social media.
At least haircuts are a lot better now, because I look back at my social media posts and there's some very 2009 haircuts in there. It's like watching Gavin and Stacey.
See, I've got the mullet, so I'm getting there. I'm slowly going down in decades.
We said off camera, business in the front, party in the back, didn't we? That's exactly what it is.
So one last question. So we've just said, what would you tell anyone? Advice to people my age. What would you tell if you were that age? What would you tell yourself if you were this age? That one piece of advice. First. I've had some very difficult ones with this as well.
Grasp every opportunity. Don't dwell on mistakes.
That's a good one.
I'd probably agree, to be fair. Just do stuff. Go out and get that experience. Because it helps massively. As it's shown, we've both volunteered. Look where we are now.
Proves. I think people overlook volunteering, I think, very much.
And as well, as a department, we're always looking for volunteers, because then they can make the pathway into becoming coaches, and it helps build our department out, particularly as we're looking to expand going forward.
See, if anyone's watching and wants to get into the football, these are the guys you want to talk to. But thank you very much for watching today, guys. Thank you very, very much.